They say the heart of rock and roll is still beating. And from what I've seen, I believe 'em. Now the old girl may be barely breathing, but the heart of rock and roll is still beating in Rock That Fitness. Y'all, I am super pumped and excited for this episode. It's a very special episode for me because today I am going to be sharing all about Rock That Fitness, a little bit of the history, a little bit what have we been going through, what is happening. There is a shift happening inside of Rock That Fitness that I am super pumped about. I'm super excited about. So whether you are on the inside of the actual Rock That Fitness coaching membership, or if you're on the outside, you've been around, you know you are a Rockstar girl, whether you're in here or out there, you are here. This is for you. I'm going to tell you a little bit about what's been happening and what's going on and how this impacts everybody. I'm super pumped, super excited for this. So stick around because I'm going to tell you the nitty gritty, okay? Because I'm always keeping it real. Let's get into it. Welcome back to our show, girl. Welcome back. Thank you so much for coming back, tuning in once again. Thank you for being a loyal listener. And I'm just giving you back the love. So excited. Again, I'm super excited for this episode. What's happening? I have gone over, I cannot tell you how many times I wrote these notes. I rewrote these notes. And have you ever done that? Have you ever just been like, you want something to be really good and right? And I wrote these notes like so many times and I'm just like, you know what? That's it. I'm throwing in the towel. I don't want notes. I'm done with the notes. I just have to talk from my heart today. I might glance at some notes, but I just want to chill out, relax, and share what's on my heart and what's going on. Keeping it real as always. So first of all, we are what? This is the last week of October when this episode drops, and we're going to get dressed up for Halloween, and I'm so excited. You know, I was kind of every year since my personal transformation, I have had such a good time getting dressed up for Halloween because I've been able to do things I couldn't do before when it comes. Well, I mean, I could have, but it's just so much more fun when, you know, you're healthy, you're fit, you feel confident in your body and you can do some things. So I'm excited about this year, what I'm going to do. And I love dressing up. I love it. I love to pretend. I like to act. I like to perform. I like to entertain. And it's just plain fun. You know, when Country Boy and I talk about this, he picks on me so much. He's like, oh, you just want the attention. I'm like, stop. No, I mean, yes and no. Okay. On one hand, yes, I do want the attention because if I don't get attention, nobody's going to listen to me. And I have things to say that are very important because I care. So if I don't have attention, nobody's going to listen to me and I won't be able to make an impact. So yes, on one hand, I do want attention. But on the other hand, this is what I see, especially in my shows, whenever I perform, you know, I'm in a band. And I just freaking love to see people having a good time. And music bonds us like nothing else, right? There's a vibration, there's an energy. And I love people to just come to the show and forget about all of their cares in life, all of the stresses for that hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. If they stay for the whole show, more power to them. But it just brings me so much joy to see people just let loose and relax and have a good time and forget all of the worries for a little while. And that to me feels like like a gift, like something I can give through my entertainment, through whatever I have to offer. And I love doing it. So yeah, where is that taking me? You know, what am I going to dress up as Halloween this year? I don't like to tell everybody until like it's here. I don't know why. I like to keep people in suspense and also gives me some more opportunity to, what if last minute I want to change my mind? I can always do that. But anyway, what's fun is thinking back on all the things that I have done over the past several years since my transformation. You know, I was a pirate, I was a Wonder Woman, full on. What else? I did Madonna 2 years in a row. I was Joan Jett. I was Elvis Presley. And then I was Paul Stanley from Kiss 2 years ago. Wow. That was wild with all that makeup on my face. And last year I was She-Hulk. Talk about makeup. I was all green all over my skin. It was so fun, so fun. So, this year there's been so much happening and going on. I haven't been able to put as much time into it as I wanted to, but I just might have something up my sleeve that's just gonna, I'm still gonna have fun. It's just not gonna be as much effort as the past 2 years with all that makeup. It was fun. But, sometimes when you don't have as much time, you just have to adjust, right? And this is one of those things. Anyways, I'm excited for Halloween. Do you like to dress up? I think it's fun. I think dress up is fun any time of the year, by the way. Just FYI. Stop. Don't go there. Don't even. Okay, we're done. We're not talking about that. Okay. So, exciting news. First of all, I do want to say, as far as Rock That Fitness, you might be wondering, when are we going to do the next challenge? When are we going to have the next open registration? Because it's coming, and that's what we're doing. Throughout the years of Rock That Fitness, which, by the way, if you're new here, Rock That Fitness was founded in, I would say, I started working towards starting my business online at the end of 2019, just before COVID. So I actually officially started Rock That Fitness in 2020 BC, before COVID. And since then, I've had so many opportunities for growth and learning. People really, most of us coaches, especially online, who have started a business online, we came in here excited to help women, to serve and help women, improve their health, improve their fitness. And we just want to coach. We want to coach. Nobody tells you that you have to learn this whole other skill called business and marketing. And that's a whole nother animal. It's a whole nother set of skills that I have had the opportunity to learn and grow in and continue to learn and grow in. But Rock That Fitness was founded on community. But anyway, I digress. Let me back up first a little bit, because I wanted to say that when's the next open registration? Because what I've been doing for the past, I don't know, couple years now is I typically will do some kind of a challenge, and then we will have we do a wait list, and people get on this list and they get notified of when the next open registration is going to happen. And I typically get, offer a special deal, some $100 off here and some bonuses for joining, for early registration, like for those early birds who take early action, because I love to reward people for taking early action. But with the things that have been going on in the past several months, and how I'm heading into the last part of 2025. Wow, can you believe that? We're heading into the last part. We're here. We're in the last quarter. Q4, baby. How I decided I want to head into Q4 is kind of doing things differently when it comes to open registration. So I'm just going to say this at this moment, and I'll probably mention it again at the end. But what I'm doing right now is I am really I'm looking to onboard 10 new Rockstar ladies that want to get started with me in Rock That Fitness for 6 weeks of group coaching, step by step together in our orientation, group coaching, what we call Kickstart. This will be Kickstart round 11. But rather than, I'm not going to do a whole public marketing promotion and big launch this time. This is really going to be on the DL. Okay. I'm doing this differently. I'm looking for women who are, I'm not saying, women who are here are not serious, but sometimes, sometimes there might be a client that thinks it's going to, I don't know what they think, but they don't stick around, and that's just normal, right? That's just normal business. That's just normal membership. But anyway, the point I'm trying to make is that, and no shade to anybody, no judgy, no do. Sometimes people are ready and they come in and they knock it out and they're crushing it and they're rocking it. And some people think they're ready and they're not quite ready, but then they come back. So I'm just trying to make it clear that there's no judgment here. We're all in a different place. But what I want to say is that I'm looking for 10 Rockstar ladies who are serious about making some real changes in their lifestyle. You are tired of all the stupid diets. You know that you want to make this a lifestyle. You also know You're not going to flip your life upside down and change everything overnight. And you're ready to take the steps necessary, required to actually begin transforming your body and your mind. And, regardless of where you are physically, whether you've got 70 pounds to lose, 50 pounds, 30 pounds, 10 pounds, wherever you're at, right? And yes, Rock That Fitness is serving women primarily 40, 40, 50, 60s. Most of the women in Rock That Fitness are between 40 and 60. But yeah, you're busy. You've got a lot going on. And Rock That Fitness tends to serve women the best, the women who are busy, who have careers, who have busy lives and a lot of responsibilities on their shoulders and families that they're taking care of, teenagers, kids moving out because of college. And also, we're taking care of parents, aging parents. We are in this phase of our lives. We're getting into empty nesting, or we are empty nesting, right? And that's who Rock That Fitness serves. But anyway, if that's you and you're ready to hop on board and you want something that's like a one-on-one experience, but you want to get together with a small group, this is your opportunity to do it. It's coming, and we're going to be getting started. What we do in Rock That Fitness is 6-week programming, right? So every 6 weeks, we have a brand new 6-week progressive overload structured strength training program. But in Kickstart, when we get started together, I'm actually walking you step by step in your nutrition, because this tends to be one of the biggest struggles that our women come to me with. They are struggling with all of the diet mentality, the diet culture, all of the misinformation out there, all the confusing stuff. And they're ready to just tell me what I need to do for my body. And that's exactly what Rock That Fitness is here for you to learn the science based approach for your fat loss, for building muscle, for getting stronger, the science-based approach to fat loss. And so my goal for you is to really learn what you need, your individual needs when it comes to nutrition, your calories, your macros, and help you apply that to your life so you never need another diet again. Okay. I should just say, side note, right now in the show notes, if you are thinking about this and you're interested, I'm like, how am I put this in the show notes? Message me. No, I'm going to put this in the show notes. I'm going to put a link for you to go ahead and sign up for this next Kickstart round 11. Go ahead. And I'm saying that because I'm not making a big public launch on this. Okay. But I am going to make this available to those of you who you've been around. You're here, you're listening to the podcast. You're on the inside, right? You got the inside scoop. I'm also going to be notifying my email list. And I'm going to sprinkle it in to my content for the next couple of weeks because we are going to be getting started on our new program November 8th, I believe. Yeah, it's November 8th. That's when we're going to start a new program. So anyway, the link is in the show notes. If that's you and you're ready to get on board, I've got 10 spots. I'm hoping and I'm looking forward to filling these 10 spots. And this is going to be amazing. And you're going to be doing these. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about Rock That Fitness in just a minute. So let's get into it. So what has been going on? What's going on, girl? What's happening? Something's happening. And I'll tell you that, Rock That Fitness has had, I have grown and grown. And what am I trying to say? I've had a lot of opportunity for growth as a business owner and as a coach online, as a coach for women in the membership, in group coaching, also in one-on-one coaching, because yes, I am coaching one-on-one. I have a few clients one-on-one, but I have decided that, I love it, but I have chosen that I'm only going to be doing one-on-one with a select 1 or 2, 3 at the most, one-on-one clients at a time, because I do love it, but it needs to be an energetic match. Like I have decided that's the only way it's going to happen. So if it's not an energetic match with me, I'm like, no, because yeah. Anyway, there's enough to be said about that. I have nothing else to say about that, except that Rock That Fitness is now, there's been a lot of shifts going on. And we're not going to be offering one-on-one coaching as an offer for Rock That Fitness coaching. And like I say, Rock That Fitness has gone. When I first started Rock That Fitness, it started out where I was just coaching one-on-one a few clients. But if you've been around for any amount of time, you know that my history is that I had a pretty decent following on WW, Weight Watchers, Connect, their social piece, their social platform of their app. And side note, in case you're wondering, no, I don't recommend doing that program. I don't recommend doing any diet program. And yes, I do consider it a diet program. I won't get into the definition. I just believe that, diets they have rules, they have do's and don'ts, they have the whole diet mentality kind of thing going on. There's a lot of things that, if there's a name for it, if the diet has a name, no, I'm not into it. I don't believe in it, but I had a big following in WW, Weight Watchers. And when I left, I had many women asking me to help them, they wanted me to be their personal trainer, to help them with their nutrition, to help them get started with their fitness and start a strength training program and plan. And so when I left, I ended up having quite a few followers that followed me over to Instagram. And I started my business online. And it all happened pretty fast. I had one-on-one clients for a while, but then I had several women that wanted me to help them. So I felt very nudged and pulled to do this. And so I was like, you know what? I'm going to start a membership. This was before anybody started memberships. Like, that wasn't even like, I didn't know what I was doing. Nobody told me. I was just like, you know what? I'm going to do a membership because there's a lot of women and I wanted to help as many women as I could. My heart is there. Like, I want to help impact. And it was going to take a long time to impact many women just doing one-on-one, especially at my age. Like, life is, we're on this side of life now. I don't have years and years, right? I mean, I don't even know how many years I have, but I knew I need to start a membership. So I started a membership in 2020. And we've got some amazing founding members still in Rock That Fitness today. And it's been just a pure joy. And just like anything that you are working on, growing, creating, achieving, there are peaks and valleys and plateaus. There's awesome fun times, there's tough times. Like, it's all of that. And it's all of that that I have experienced and that we as a community of Rock That Fitness have experienced all these years. And so what has happened? We had the last 3 years, we introduced and we have implemented some one-on-one coaching inside of Rock That Fitness. So not only did we have the membership, but then we also had one-on-one coaching as an offer. Well, here's the big news. Here is the announcement. And this is just something that's been happening over the past, 6 months to a year. Some things have been going on that I have been paying attention to, that I have felt drawn to change and do something different. Something needed to change. I didn't quite understand what it was. And what I'm sharing with you, I want you to know that I have absolutely zero regrets for anything. I am not somebody who regrets things. I am not somebody who sees things as something went wrong or there's a failure. I believe all of it is just feedback that I can take a look at and assess what's going on and say, it's time to make a shift. We've got to pivot. We have to do something different. Well, what has happened, something just really, really hit me not too long ago. And I was like, you know what? It's time to get back to the heart of Rock That Fitness. And the heart of Rock That Fitness is community. Community is what Rock That Fitness is founded on. And while we have had one-on-one offer going on for the past 3 years, and I know it's been impactful for all of the clients who have gone through our one-on-one programming, and I have no regrets for it. And I'm so thankful for the learning experience that I've had. But one of the things that I have been saying to our people is, and I say this in our coaching, I say this when you're doing your fitness and when you're focusing on your nutrition and things, like, more is not better. Better is better. And that's kind of been my mantra recently when it comes to Rock That Fitness membership. I'm like, we don't need more offers. We need to do what we do better. And so I had to make a really hard decision. It wasn't easy. It's not like I flipped a switch and I was like, yeah, we're not doing one-on-one anymore and we're going to do, group coaching and that's it. That's all we're doing. It wasn't that fast. This has been if I'm being completely honest, it's been quite, I don't know, grueling is not the word. That's such a negative word. That's not the word. It's been just, it's been challenging. I like challenging. I like the word challenging. I don't like the word struggle. Sounds so wimpy and negative. It's been challenging in that, I love a challenge, because a challenge is something that if I work on, I can conquer. I think that's why I think about it as a challenge, is like, it's challenging. I can work on it and I can conquer it and I can improve it. I can pivot. I can adjust. A challenge just means it's going to be tough, but it's going to be worth it. And so, without getting into all the details, this is the simple, keeping it real message. I made a decision as the leader of our community that Rock That Fitness is going back to its roots of focusing primarily on group coaching. And that's it. And what am I doing? Better things. I have an exciting vision for the future of Rock That Fitness, because I know in my heart how much we as women, especially after the age of 40, after the age of 50, we are craving community with other women. And it just seems to be more challenging to have those connections in our lives at this stage in our lives. And especially if we are busy managing families, managing work full time. It's hard to make those type of connections, especially the type of connections that are going to push you to become better, push you to be the better version of yourself, highest version of yourself when it comes to your health and when it comes to your fitness, and putting your health and your fitness first. It's just, I know how much we need this. And I am overwhelmed with gratitude for what I get to do. I am overwhelmed with gratitude for this amazing community of women, because when I made this shift and change, there were a lot of things that needed to happen, and they're still happening. But for the most part, it has happened. We have made a shift. And the thing that I'm so grateful for is that the heart of Rock That Fitness is still here and it's still beating. I know I'm sounding goofy, but girl, you know me. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. The heart of Rock That Fitness is still beating. And what I mean by that personally, and on behalf of the Rock That Fitness vibe, is, in spite of what seems hard and tough and challenging, I have so much gratitude for this community, because they have stuck with me and stuck with Rock That Fitness and stuck with our community, our sisterhood that we have in here, through the thick, through the thin, through the ups, through the downs. And I just love. I'm envisioning right now in my mind, I'm seeing their faces. It's just a moment. Rockstar ladies, I see you in my mind and my heart every day. And I'm just going to say thank you personally for, first of all, for stepping up to your own health, to your own fitness, and making that a priority. And then being a part of this community to share your journey. And I think that's so generous. And I talk a lot about being generous, because when we share our wins, what's happening, the progress we're making, or even, the things that are tough and we feel like we've let ourselves down, those kind of things too. Like, you've shared that and you've been real. And that's generous, because that's inspiring, because we're human, every one of us. Every one of us, we're fallible. We are not, there's no such thing as perfection. And that is the beauty. And I'm so grateful for you. And I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for being here and for continuing to persevere through this, through all of this. We are stronger together. We are stronger together. So I'm really grateful. So that's what's been going on. That's the nitty gritty. We are shifting our focus completely on group coaching. Um, and my goal is to make Rock That Fitness community, membership, group coaching better than ever. I want to create a community here. I am in the middle of creating a community here that is much needed. And I am committed to improving the way that we do it so that the women who are part of this community know that they can count on each other, that they have the tools they need, that there is accountability, that there is somebody who has their back. It's not just some group of people that you are a number and you're hiding in the background and it's not going to be this place. That's not what Rock That Fitness is about. In fact, I am inside of our app every day watching, paying attention to our members because I care and I'm reaching out. So speaking of that, that was part of my plan here today, was to tell you, if you're new here, if you're new into our community, you're here, right? Even if you're not inside Rock That Fitness, so many of you, you are a supporter and you're a part, and you're on my, if you're not on my Rockstar, if you're not on my Rockstar Fit Chick weekly list, getting my weekly emails, then that's in the show notes. Get in there. You're a part of the community, whether you are, in the community membership or not. I'm looking for my notes. Why am I looking for my notes on my desk? Okay, let me get to my desktop on my computer where my notes are. I think it's time for me to take a moment for a little water swig. I'm going to go take a real quick swig of water. And so you do the same thing, okay? All right, I'm back. You didn't even know I left. I don't know why I didn't have water at my desk. I always have water at my desk. Anyways, I am so excited for this next chapter of Rock That Fitness. And again, I just want to say, like, anything that you're building, that you're working on, anything great is going to require having courage to do things, to make changes. It's not easy. It's not going to be easy. Excuse me. And so I'm excited. I'm excited for the change. And, like I say, we experiment with different things. And so I'm excited for this next chapter. And I can say this with full confidence right now that there is an energy inside of Rock That Fitness right now that I sense is incredible. And I know it's not just me. I don't know. The energy, there's a huge energy shift. So when these things happen, I know I am kind of one of these, not everybody's like this. You might think it's woo woo, whatever you want to think about it. But I have this sense of like intuition that I have learned to trust. I didn't used to trust it. But so then I get affirmations, and I am having lots of affirmation that the things that I have done and the changes that I'm making are the right thing for Rock That Fitness. And I know I can feel it. I sense it from our members, sense it inside of me and in my life. And there's something that's new, and I'm excited about it. And like I say, Rock That Fitness has we've have members in here that are founding members. We have members who have been in here for several years. We have new members who've been here for just a few months, and we have new members who have just been in here for a few weeks. And so we have the whole gamut. And what I love about it is that it's so obvious to me that there is a vibe. They say that your vibe attracts your tribe, and you can sense that here, because these women in here, we are in here to support each other, to encourage each other, to become the best version of ourselves, to challenge each other, to support each other, because we're stronger together in community. So I'm going to share a little bit about what Rock That Fitness is and what Rock That Fitness coaching has to offer, because I know we have some new listeners in our audience. I know we have some new people out in the community who don't know what's going on. I've been on a few calls recently with people interested in Rock That Fitness. Yeah, I've gotten on some, you can call them sales calls or, discovery calls. But I've had some women reach out to me, and it's so fascinating to me. I'm in my little bubble, and I don't realize that the public, there's a lot of women out there that they don't know. They hear about Rock That Fitness. They know that I'm a coach, but they don't actually know what is going on back here. What is Rock That Fitness coaching? And so I'm like, I need to share with this really what we do. So what is it? Rock That Fitness is a complete online coaching community. It's all online. And we are we are drawing in women over the age of 40. Typically, most of these women are high achieving women who are, like I said, working full time, carrying a lot of responsibility, family, teenagers, college students, empty nesters, taking care of parents, aging parents, that kind of stuff. That's the woman that we are, most of us. And our community is here, and it's built to help us become stronger. It's physically stronger, mentally stronger. When it comes to the health and the fitness aspect of it, yes, we're working on our health and our fitness. We are working on shedding fat. We're working on building muscle, getting stronger. Without dieting, without the extreme dieting, without all the confusion. I'm here to help you understand what this is for you, what this means for you individually. So the core pillars of Rock That Fitness is strength training, nutrition, fitness, and mindset. So nutrition, fitness, and mindset, just to make it simple. Why fitness? Why nutrition? So you can shed fat, get healthier. Fitness, and I'm talking about fitness conditioning, but primarily strength training, because of the importance of building muscle and getting stronger after the age of 40. It's imperative because we are losing muscle mass, and we must replace that muscle mass or maintain that muscle mass for the strength, mobility, range of motion, all those things. Yes, but also for bone density and our joint health, and metabolic health, because as we are losing muscle mass, what's happening? Our metabolism is dropping, because without that muscle burning up calories, energy, then our metabolism is decreasing, and we are not burning as many calories. And so therefore we gain weight, all those things. It's just compounding. So we do focus on those things. That's the pillars of Rock That Fitness. And let me just say, what do you get if you are in here? What we offer in Rock That Fitness is training in your fat loss, and that requires understanding macros and calories. And this is a skill to learn for yourself, for your own individual nutrition needs. And this is what I pride ourselves here in Rock That Fitness. I am not here to give you a meal plan to follow. I will give you a guideline. We do have meal plans to get started. Like, you could use that for a while. But my goal is for you to become independent and understand what you need to do for your own nutrition, your own biological nutrition, as you put those skills to work. So we have a members portal that has lessons that teach you. I'm in there doing the teaching, and there's notes and PDFs and lessons, short lessons on calories, macros, and how to set them for yourself, how to get ready and do that for yourself, and then what you do with that information. And we talk about the different phases, because we don't want you to be in a calorie deficit forever. We don't want you to be in a fat loss phase forever. That's not healthy. Okay, we're having phases. There will be a fat loss phase. There will be a, reverse dieting phase. There will be maintenance. We ought to be living in maintenance most of the time. And we really need to understand how to be in maintenance, especially at this stage in our lives, for our health and longevity, our wellness. Ladies, we've got to understand how to live in maintenance. Okay. Because I'm going to into it. But anyway, we do have that in the members portal. Also in the member portal, we also have lessons on your fitness, strength training, and those things, and some mindset lessons and things of that nature, habits, behaviors. That's all inside of the members portal, which is an online You log in, and all of that is in there for you to watch it on your computer, take it on the go on an app called Kajabi on your phone. That's the members portal. We also have our strength training program that we deliver every 6 weeks. Strength training program, progressive overload program. This is where you will do a 3-day a week or a 4-day a week split. You can either do a gym plan where you have all access to, if you have all access to a gym, you can do that plan. Or if you are only want to do dumbbell and bands, you can do that at the gym or at home, but you have that option. And with all demonstrations of each exercise, complete exercise instructions inside of there, and it's in an app, the Rock That Fitness app. I'm holding my phone like you can see this, but it's the Rock That Fitness app online. You download the app. Well, you have to actually become a member first. And then you have an app where in this app, it's powered by Trainerize. So if you've ever used Trainerize, Rock That Fitness app it's Trainerize, just branded for Rock That Fitness, where you can put in your progress pictures, your measurements. And then when you're doing your strength training, you can also connect it to MyFitnessPal for your nutrition. That's what we use. And then in there, you will be tracking your strength training. This is key. This is how you're going to know you're getting stronger, because you're doing your workouts, you're documenting what how many weights, what the reps were, what the reps and sets were. And week after week, you get to look back and see that you've been getting stronger because you've been logging it. You see, most women don't understand what structured strength training is. And they just work out with weights. They say they're strength training. They think they're strength training, but they're not. They're just working out with weights. They're exercising, but they're not getting the benefit of getting stronger and building muscle, because that's what we do with Rock That Fitness programming. So every 6 weeks, you get a new program, and we all do the same program inside of Rock That Fitness, because I believe in community, and we're all doing the next program. Like right now, our 6-week program currently, I think we're in week 4 right now. Well, when this drops, it's gonna be week 5. But this current program is called Brick House Blueprint. I get the privilege of naming our programs, but we're in the middle of that, and we're all doing it together. And the beauty of that is, inside a community, everybody's on the same program, but you get to bring the intensity that you need for you, and you start right where you are and build from there. You see, when you're doing a strength training program, it's not that this program is a beginner program, intermediate program, or advanced program. It's just a program where you will bring the intensity that you need for that training program. So it applies for everyone. But the beauty of everybody being on the same program is that we can talk about the exercises, and we can talk about, if you're not able to do a certain exercise, what's a great substitution for that? And we're talking about it inside of community. Hey, I was trying to do split stance lunge, or whatever exercise I'm trying to do, but I'm trying to do step ups. I'm not able to do that right now because of this injury or limitation. What can I do instead? And we are all on the same page of the training. And that makes it just very, it's just community. It's the morale is up. We're excited. We're all doing the same programming together. And then we also have weekly coaching. So every week we have coaching and group coaching. We go live in a Zoom call, and we have coaching. And this is a time where, we talk about our challenges and overcoming our challenges. We talk about our wins. We share our wins. And that's a big part of Rock That Fitness. It's very important that we are living it up, celebrating every win, but also we're talking about the real stuff. What's keeping you stuck? It takes courage to face and confront the thing that we don't want to confront. But once we do, we break through, and we have breakthroughs, and we're growing and learning and becoming better. That's the beauty. And so in our group coaching, ladies take turns in there and share and open up, and have an opportunity to be coached. This is where I am coaching our ladies and helping them sort things out and discover things for themselves, what they need to do, becoming stronger, empowered, confident, and knowing that they're on the right track, and becoming responsible for every aspect of our lives, our health, our fitness, having boundaries in our life. All this stuff matters, right? It does impact. I always say this, everything affects everything. And so we do talk about everything. We are very close, and it's very powerful to have the relationships that we have in here. That openness, that vulnerability, you know that these women have your back, and it's a very powerful thing, and it creates more momentum, and it creates more progress, more achieving of goals, and more wins, and achieving more results in every area. So we have coaching weekly, and those happen every other. Right now, the way that we've been doing it is every other week. We have them on Monday evenings, 5 p.m. Central on Tuesdays. No, sorry, take that back. On Mondays, we have that group coaching call Monday, every other Monday at 5 p.m. Central, and then every other Wednesday at 5 p.m. Central. And also, sometimes we have a special guest come in and do a presentation. We did that recently. We're going to do that again this week, I think. Yeah. Is it this week? Yes. When this drops, we have another great presentation coming up. So it's my goal to provide that every week. Either we're going to do a group coaching call. It's going to be very impactful and helpful. Or we're going to have a special speaker come in and do a presentation that's going to be very impactful as well. And then every month we've been doing challenges. We do a monthly challenge, whether it's a step challenge or a protein challenge. We do prizes. We do drawings. We get some competitive things going in there, collecting points for doing whatever the challenge is. And whoever gets the most points at the end of the month, they win. They win prizes, Amazon, $100 Amazon gift card. We do, healthy eating on the go sampler box, Rock That Fitness swag, t-shirts, all kinds of stuff for winning things for the challenge. It's really fun. I'm missing something. I think every Monday inside of our community, we do a check-in. This is where on Mondays, we're getting real with what's going on. And what we look at this as data. This is not bad or good, or we're removing any kind of judgment from it, because we collect data. That data is, what are you doing? Your calories, your protein, your macros, and how was your training, and how many days did you show up, and how many steps did you get, and these kind of things. This is a process. I don't want to scare you. Don't be scared, because this is something where my goal as a coach is to help you navigate these things and build your healthy, fit lifestyle one habit at a time. Because, girl, we know we've tried to do all the things all at once, and that never works. And so knowing that you have a busy life, a busy schedule, all the things going on, we have to work on things one thing at a time. But anyway, getting back to what I was saying, on Mondays that we do a check-in inside of our private Facebook community. And in there, the ladies will do their check-ins, say their things, ask any questions they have during check-in. And then on Tuesdays, I go in there and I provide feedback and answer questions, and I'm there for them. That is our weekly check-in as a group. And it's a beautiful thing, because everyone gets to be there for each other and learn from each other and notice the differences. We are all individuals. Everybody has a different set of calories and macros, a different what they're doing, a different what's going on, different wins, different challenges, different family challenges. So this is what's so amazing. We are all so different, yet we are all committed to making our health and our fitness a priority, and we're all there for each other. Which, side note, I feel like am I the only one that does it? I'm always like, side note, I got side notes all the time. Well, here's a side note. I'm very proud of this too, by the way, for our community. And I do this very intentionally. There's a purpose behind it. Is, you know how a lot of groups, there's drama and dissension and all that negativity? Well, it is my goal to facilitate a community that is nurturing. And so in order to do that, I will not allow us to discuss politics inside of the community or to discuss controversial issues. Those things are not allowed. If somebody does, it's gone. I'm not going to put it in there. I also don't allow ugly memes or, memes that might be funny, but they're making fun of somebody's body or whatever. That's not tolerated, because my goal is to facilitate a very nurturing, happy, encouraging community, realness. I'm not saying like, toxic positivity. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about a community that sets up, the soil for healthy growth. And this is a place where women can feel like they can come in here and be real and grow and know that they're going to be supported and encouraged on their personal fitness journey. So those are all of the things. And I'm excited for what's coming and what's going to be new, because I know that it's going to get better. Things just keep getting better. They really do. And so what else do I want to share with you today? I think the next thing I want to share is I just want to reiterate who Rock That Fitness serves the best, because let's be real. Like, not every coach is for every person. And I know that I am not for every person. I know that the way and the style that I coach isn't for everybody. And that's fine with me. I am happy for that. I'm happy to serve and coach the women who want what I have to offer. And what I have to offer is to help you challenge your thoughts. How you've been doing it hasn't been working. So I'm here to help you challenge your own thought patterns, because that is the way that we can move forward, doing things differently, changing, becoming our better selves, our highest self. The only way that happens is when we challenge our thinking. And that's me. I'm your coach for that, because you can get a perfect nutrition plan, perfect, fitness plan. But a lot of those things fall short because you keep doing them and you wonder why I can't stick with it, why I'm not consistent, what's holding me back. That is the nitty gritty that we get into in Rock That Fitness. Not everybody likes it. They don't. But the women who have courage, humility, and they're coachable, this is the place, because none of us have arrived, not even myself. I too seek out coaching. I have coaches in my life because my goal is to become better, and I cannot become better like just on my own. None of us were meant to be an island all alone. Nothing great was ever achieved alone. So I too practice what I preach, right? I have coaches. I have business coaches. I have a coach that programs for me for my strength training. People who are ahead of me in business, people who are ahead of me in fitness. I have coaching. And so this is a place for women who are ready to level up and get honest with themselves and get rid of the BS that their own BS. Like, we're not putting up with our own BS. We're going to be honest, but we're also not going to judge ourselves, because that's not going to get us anywhere either. So this is a place where you're going to be honest with yourself and do things scared, because that's how we grow. So if that sounds like you, and you want a community and you're looking for a community, that's what Rock That Fitness is about. And I know that can seem intimidating. I know that can seem scary to some women, but I want to challenge you and say, do it scared. Because what are you doing now? Is what you're doing now working? This is why we have to challenge ourselves and do it. Do something. Do it scared. This is for you if you are tired of starting over. This is for you if you want to feel strong again. You want to feel empowered and proud of your body and not wait until you've reached some outcome to be proud of what your body is doing for you. This is for you if you're ready and you want to make your health and your fitness a priority, and you feel overwhelmed because you're stretched, you feel like you're taking care of everybody else. This is your opportunity to start making a change, because nothing changes unless something changes. You want to get rid of what's no longer serving you anymore, physically, mentally, emotionally, and you're ready to show up as your best self, which when we do that, woohoo, surprise, surprise, it's no surprise, we end up showing up better for our families, better for our spouse, better for where we work. We are a better coworker. We are a better boss, all of the things. So if you're ready for that freedom, and peace and joy, and you're ready to start working on these things, this is not just fitness, but this is your whole life. And I mean it. My whole life has changed. The Rock That Fitness women inside of the Rock That Fitness coaching membership has changed. We're not here just to do what we've been doing. So this is for you if you're ready to level up. You want to live differently. You want to become the strongest version of yourself. We don't want average. Average is out there. And we love our friends. We love all the average people. This is not judging, but I'm just saying, like, we don't want to be average. We want to be our best self. And to be our best selves, we need to be surrounded with other women who are after the same thing in any walk of your life. Like, whatever's going on in your life, we've got, whatever, all types of women in here, right? We're all different ages, different life circumstances, different personalities. So I want to take a moment right now and just to invite you, if you're listening right now and all of these things have been speaking to you, this might be your sign. So like I said in the beginning of this episode, I am opening up 10 spaces for women who are ready to make a lasting change. And you will be challenged, you will be loved, and there will be no judgment. This is the no judgment zone. We talk about that. No judgment. That doesn't get us anywhere. So if you're serious about creating a healthy, strong, confident lifestyle, I want you to go to the show notes, click on that link, and come join us for the next Kickstart round 11. Get your spot. If you have any questions, please reach out to me. And my email is anna@rockthatfitness.com. And you can email me and let's hop on a call. I will talk to you personally. We can set up a call and let's talk. You have questions, or message me, email me, ask me any questions you have. If this episode spoke to you and you want to get in on the Rockstar vibe and tune in to the Rockstar frequency and do things that you've never done before, or do things better than you've done, make those changes, do it differently, come on in. This is the season. We're coming back. We're coming back to what Rock That Fitness was founded on: community, strength, mindset, and community. And you deserve to feel amazing, girl, in your body, in your mind, and in your life. I'm taking a drink of water. Keeping it real as always. So let's take another chug of the jug. That's not my jug, but that's my big nursey. That's my big nursey cup. See, I love this cup. Nurses call the shots. All right. I think that's pretty much going to wrap it up for me. I'm excited to get this episode out there. I feel and know in my heart great things are coming, and this is a very special episode. And I had to get this out there to tell you the nitty gritty, to keep it real, let you know, and to reach out to you, letting you know that Rock That Fitness is back. Back. It's always been around. What am I trying to say? The heart of Rock That Fitness is still beating. The heart of Rock That Fitness is still beating. I should have started out like that. Anyways, I love you so much. Thank you for tuning in once again. I hope that you have a fantastic day, girl. Doing the things that you love, showing up as your best self today. And as always, self-care, self-love, all day, every day. Do you have your word? Good. Let's rock.